How much is the bail, you guys?
I don't know yet. We'll have to see.
You don't know yet? Oh, you guys gonna try to keep me in? You guys ever... This gotta be... What country are we in?
Alright, so it has finally happened, guys. After weeks of very concerning behavior, namely accusing basically every living member of his family of being imposters, BJ Penn has been arrested by Hawaiian police twice in 2 days, and new details have just emerged today that indicate that he's been extremely abusive towards his mom for months now. And it's like, I wish I could be surprised at how horrific he's been acting behind closed doors, but I'm not. And in the hours following his arrests, BJ's mom has filed a restraining order against him. We've learned that he has an ongoing restraining order against him from the mother of his own children, and yeah, in this video I'm going to be talking about all this and more. So before I go into his mom's account of his abusive behavior, I'm going to start off with breaking down his arrest video really quickly, because there's one guy in particular that I think is enabling BJ's mental decline.
Brian Kurahara, somebody...
He'll be at the station.
What? Okay, why am I being arrested again?
Harassment.
But what did he do?
What kind of harassment? Anybody can say that at any time.
Okay. We'll explain more, but we gotta do that at the station.
Harassment. Okay. What does harassment mean?
It's just a petty misdemeanor offense.
Here, how about this? I'm going to step in right here. I'm from Chicago. These games don't fly with me. We're going to go to the hotel for a couple of days because this is all bullshit.
If you haven't seen this video yet, then just know that most of what Penn says throughout his arrest is him expressing confusion as to why he's being taken to jail in the first place. The officers present repeatedly say that he's being taken in for harassment, which is really strange because the official police report says that the charges are for abuse, family, or household member against family and children. He throws some text up on the screen accusing his own cousin Jade Hanaoka of orchestrating this whole thing as a means to steal his family's fortune. At the bottom of the screen, he gives videographer credits to the guy holding the phone by shouting out Mr. Wristlock Pete Letsos, who you also hear telling the cops that he's from Chicago or whatever. And dude, let me tell you, I think this guy is super sketchy. Don't get me wrong, he hasn't done anything that raises any red flags quite yet, but trust me, later on in this video, he says some things that really make me question his motives for hanging around BJ. For further context about this guy, I did a little bit of research into him by googling his name, and surprisingly, he actually has a Wikipedia page. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure that he wrote his own Wikipedia. Letsos is a 3-time Pan Am medalist as well as a 3-time Gracie World Champion. He is known in Brazil for winning 7 tournaments in 1 month. He is friends with Eddie Bravo, Kenny Florian, Jeff Glover, and BJ Penn. Letsos lived and trained with Penn at his mixed martial arts academy in Hilo, Hawaii, where he eventually suffered a devastating injury to his neck while surfing. Anyways, let's get back to the video. BJ keeps asking what he did, the cops keep saying that they'll explain at the station, the cameraman keeps saying that they didn't do anything wrong. And while everyone's going back and forth, BJ throws some more text up on the screen and says that his cousin Jade is impersonating his mom, Lorraine Shin. Now, this is strange for obvious reasons, but if you may recall from a video that I made when all of this started going down, he originally accused this woman, who's actually a Hawaiian state senator and also named Lorraine, of impersonating his mom as well. Thus, this naturally begs the question, who's actually faking being his mom, his cousin or the state senator? Are they both impersonating her, or did he come to the realization that his cousin was the real mastermind behind this all along? Obviously, I'm not being serious. This is clearly the paranoia of a man who is deeply unwell fully on display.
I gotta grab Yes, the money.
He don't have no money.
Yes, he does.
How did I break the law?
He has a lot.
Did I touch anybody?
What?
Yes.
This is where I think things really start to get interesting. I really do not know why BJ is choosing to cover up this woman's face, especially when he's accusing her of conspiring against him. And trust, when I first watched this video, I thought it was very suspicious that the first words out of her mouth was trying to figure out how to get a hold of the money that BJ had on him, because according to her, it was a lot. What I do know is that his friend, the cameraman, is not his friend at all.
Where's your money? In your pocket?
What?
Your money.
What about it?
Do you have it in your pocket?
No, wait, hey. Pete, you gotta... You say... You got anything? No.
I got nowhere to go. My debit card's busted.
Did you guys notice the cameraman mentioning that his debit card is busted? Because this is where you'll notice that he starts getting more and more fixated on money for some reason, and he starts inserting it into the conversation unprompted. Just listen to what he tells the police here when they find BJ's cash and start to put it back into his pocket.
You guys can just put it back in your back pocket, okay?
Just leave that here, because I got no money right
Put it
now.
back in his back pocket.
Yeah, what? You gotta come with me to bail me out?
Yeah, you can't. You don't need that money in it. Leave it here.
Is this I'm not gonna be bailed
Just go this way,
out?
please.
Let me grab his money because I got
We'll get a
nothing.
bill set.
Where's your phone?
So I'll
BJ,
be able to get out tonight, huh?
No, it's Sunday.
Where's your phone?
If he bails out, he can get out tonight.
Where's his phone?
So let's grab that money before it goes disappearing.
Why the fuck does this guy think he's so entitled to holding on to BJ's money? He doesn't bring up using it for bail, he just keeps harping on the fact that he doesn't have any cash for himself. It's like, what does he even need cash for? What does he plan on doing? Where does he plan on going? He's lucky enough that BJ's letting him stay in his house while he's getting arrested, yet this dude becomes weirdly obsessed on holding onto the cash once he learns that Penn is carrying a lot of money on him. Super fucking weird.
Let's stay in the room. What,
I'm going straight to the thing. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay.
Just be calm.
I'll come and get
Hey, this is all fake.
Yeah.
Just be careful. I don't know what we did
I got
wrong.
nothing against these guys. Yeah.
PJ, I'll come and get you.
You gotta be
Yeah.
calm.
He can stay in your room.
So how long is this gonna take, you guys, before I can push bail?
Depending on how quick I can
Where's
get
your black
paperwork
phone?
done.
Where's the other phone? Where's your other phone? Okay, I'll go.
Because they never have a car and I couldn't.
This is basically the end of the video, and obviously a lot of the parties present are talking back and forth, but I think it's pretty noticeable that BJ is doing all that he can to avoid talking to the lady. But at the same time, between her and the cameraman, she is the one who seems more willing to follow him to jail so that she can bail him out. I mean, he straight up ignores her every single time that she asks him where his other phone is, but to be fair, I don't know why his other phone is so important at a time like this. And although the official details of what happened haven't been released yet, seeing as BJ's mom, Lorraine Shin, just filed a restraining order against him on the 27th, it's clear that she was the other person that was involved with both cases. In her official statement that she provided to the court that was leaked to MMAfighting.com, BJ's mom claims that he has used extreme psychological abuse towards me over the past several months, that I am not Lorraine Shin, I killed his family and have taken over his mother's identity, and he wants me to be removed from his home. She goes on to say that after she returned home from a trip on May 11th, she found all my belongings such as clothes, shoes, jewelry, personal items, and my bed removed from my bedroom. After Penn allegedly denied knowing where his mother's belongings were at, Shin filed a theft report with police. A few days later, on May 16th, Shin claimed my personal purse with my driver's license, credit card, and locks from my safe were stolen, and she made a separate theft report. Shin says Penn allegedly told her that all the items in the safe were his. Then on May 25th, which is when BJ's first arrest took place, Shin says she installed a deadbolt lock on her bedroom door along with security cameras both inside and outside the home. She claims that Penn was caught taking down the cameras, and he also put glue into my deadbolts that stopped me from opening my bedroom door. According to her, Reagan Penn, BJ's brother, had to jump in through a window to unlock the door so that she could gain access to her own bedroom. This then led to a confrontation where Shin accused BJ of stealing her mail, which he then denied. However, later that night, Shin claims that she found him hanging out in a friend's car and her mail was in the back seat, which then prompted her to contact the police again. As a means to prevent her, he allegedly grabbed a bright flashlight and stuck it in her face and persisted on shining it in her eyes even when she tried to turn her head to avoid it. After she tried to grab the flashlight, he shoved her against the car and she says that she experienced a sharp pain in her back. At this point, she started screaming for Reagan's help, who lives 2 doors down, and with his help, she was able to get free and dial 911. Shin says that BJ was then arrested and given 48 hours to stay away from her home. So that's the story behind the first arrest. However, based on her account of what happened next, we now know that the video that he posted was taken from his second arrest. The morning after BJ was arrested, Shin was upstairs when she heard a noise downstairs that prompted her to investigate. She took a video as she went downstairs and was able to record BJ running out the back door of the house, which violated the 48-hour period that he was supposed to stay away from her. She also claims that she saw BJ getting into the same car from the previous night and drive away with a friend who I think we can all probably agree was the cameraman from the video. She says she showed police the video of Penn entering and exiting her home in violation of the 48-hour period, and he was arrested again. In her closing statement, Lorraine Shin declares that she believes that BJ is suffering from capgras delusion, and she asks the court for a 6-month restraining order be granted and that he be made to undergo medical treatment and or therapy. The fun doesn't stop there though, because it's also been revealed that there was another domestic abuse incident involving BJ that took place on March 11th that involved 2 of his children as well as their mother. In fact, on the night of the incident, the mother filed a restraining order against Penn and was approved by a judge on May 20th. As a result, BJ is not allowed to get anywhere close to the mother or his kids until March 10th, 2030. And if you take a look at the Hawaiian public court records, you will see that BJ is developing a pretty long catalog of ongoing cases, with all of the recent ones being related to domestic abuse. This is a very scary case, man. Like, it's been obvious that BJ has been in a really bad place lately, but to hear his mom mom's account of the situation is genuinely horrific. And when I watch that arrest video, I am fully convinced that the cameraman is in some way, shape, or form working to isolate BJ from his loved ones and is filling his head with all of these crazy ideas. The way that he was so fixated on getting a hold of BJ's cash really stands out to me, and the fact that he was complicit in both of the arrests indicates to me that he's taking advantage of Penn's declining mental state. Of course, BJ is a grown man and he's responsible for his own life, but seeing as he's taken more head trauma than any human being ever should, and seeing as by many accounts he's been abusing meth, it's just a recipe for disaster. And I am really hoping that things don't escalate beyond this, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that BJ doesn't do something truly awful and that he gets the help that he needs. Anyways, that's the video for today. Definitely let me know what you think about the current situation that BJ's in. Do you think the cameraman in the video is taking advantage of him, and do you believe that the woman in the video is in on it too? As always, if you like the video, then like the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.